13-18 He's once again being linked with exploring the possibility of selling his stake in Arsenal, but exactly who is Alisher Usmanov? And how likely is he to sell? The Russian billionaire, who bought into the club in 2007, is Arsenal's second-largest stakeholder behind Stan Kroenke. Full story here. Arsenal shareholder Alisher Usmanov. Image, MAXIM SHEMETOV, AFP, Getty Images, 12/11 Following the news from the Financial Times this morning that Alisher Usmanov is believed to be considering selling his 30% stake in Arsenal, fans of the club have been taking to social media to have their say. You can find the best of their reactions here. Glenn-Kirk, AFP, Getty Images 11:59 Key event Alisher Usmanov is believed to be considering selling his 30% stake in Arsenal, according to the Financial Times. The billionaire, who has been heavily linked with investing in Everton in the past, is said to have grown frustrated at his attempts to acquire the club outright from majority shareholder Stan Kroenke. Usmanov, valued at £9.5 billion, is currently the second-largest shareholder at the Emirates, having initially bought into the club 11 years ago. In 2007 he arrived on the scene with Farhad Mashari, with the duo's red and white holdings purchasing a 14.58% stake of the club. Now, 11 years down the line, Red and White own 30.04% of Arsenal, but Usmanov is now on his own, with Mashari having sold his stakeholding to Usmanov so that he could take control at Everton in February 2016. Arsenal shareholder Alisher Usmanov. 10:07 Arsenal are set to officially unveil their new Puma third kit in Singapore on Friday. However, the kit has already been spotted on sale in the capital ahead of the official launch. Just like the home and away shirts, this latest design from Puma has divided the fan base once again. Read here. 10:01 KEY event. It doesn't look like Kingsley Coman will be heading to Arsenal from Bayern Munich this summer. The Frenchman has been linked with the move to the Emirates, and talk of a £44 million move went into overdrive last week following his social media activity. Speaking on the club's pre-season tour, the 22-year-old has claimed he is happy at the Bundesliga club. "I've had no contact with Arsenal. I've just extended my contract here at Bayern and I'm planning to stay for many more years. It looks like Emery and Sven Mislintat will have to look elsewhere for another winger." Full story here. Kingsley Coman. Image, A. Bayer, Getty Images for FC Bayern. 9:14 Key event. Steven Nzonzi's father has reportedly claimed that the Gunners will soon launch a move for the Sevilla midfielder. Despite bringing in the likes of Lucas Torreira and Matteo Guendouzi so far this summer, the ex-Blackburn midfielder continues to be linked with the move to the Emirates. Steven Nzonzi. Image, Alexander Nemenov. AFP, Getty Images. 9 o'clock Arsenal are believed to have made an approach to Besiktas to sign Croatia World Cup star Domagoj Vida, according to reports emerging from Turkey. Everton and Liverpool have both been tipped to make a move for the centre-back, while West Ham are said to have submitted a €22 million £19 million bid for Vida. Having signed the defender on a free transfer at the start of the year from Dynamo Kiev, it looks like the Turkish clubs will make a healthy profit on their play if he departs in the coming weeks. Read here. Domagoj Vida celebrates scoring against Russia in the World Cup quarter-finals. Image, Lars Baron. FIFA via Getty Images. 18:14 Gunners correspondent Charles Watts is jetting to Singapore and will bring you all the latest from Arsenal's pre-season tour. Give him a follow on Twitter. 13:22 Key event. Following a statement released by Mesut Özil on the racist treatment he has received by elements of the German media and figures within football, Kick It Out has released a statement. Following Germany's exit from the World Cup, the racist treatment Mesut Özil has faced by elements of their media, supporters and wider society is extremely disappointing, but is also reflective of the experience of a number of footballers across Europe from mixed heritage backgrounds. Immigration has transformed modern life and modern football for the better. The success of Premier League is due to the contribution of footballers from around the world, while the World Cup has been enriched by players of dual heritage such as Özil. However, Özil is right to suggest that for elements of society, when we win I am German, but I am an immigrant when we lose. Unfortunately, black players in England, France and beyond have been treated in a similar fashion for a long time. We understand that football is a results business and inevitably there will be criticism of players when a leading nation such as Germany is knocked out of a tournament at an early stage. But the singling out of Özil by parts of the German media, discriminatory comments made by supporters, the lack of support from some sponsors and the alleged treatment by DFB President Richard Grindel, has gone far beyond any reasonable analysis of his performances. Footballers must always be wary of their status as role models being exploited for political propaganda, but no player should ever have their loyalty to their country questioned because of a dual heritage. The mere fact that Özil decided to represent Germany should be enough to demonstrate his commitment, but clearly in some circles that is not enough. Mesut Özil has been treated disgracefully and we have contacted Arsenal to offer our support to him at this time. Those who have driven him to consider international retirement should be ashamed of themselves. In his case, should encourage all of football to reflect on how the game treats footballers from mixed heritage backgrounds. Image, Alexander Hassenstein, Getty Images. 12:30 reports in Italy claim that Serie A champions Juventus are now weighing up a move for Manchester United defender Victor Lindelof. After a difficult first season in England, the Swede has apparently been identified as a player of interest by the Old Lady, who have previously been linked with Shkodran Mustafi. Both players are supposed to fill a similar niche at the back as a ball-playing enforcers to start moves and intercept danger. Mustafi has fared better in the Premier League, although more is expected from him if he is to stay the Emirates. CalcioMercato.com claim that Juventus see Lindelof as a potential successor to Giorgio Chiellini, a year on from the sale of Leonardo Bonucci to Milan. Victor Lindelof battles Alvaro Morata. Photo by Lawrence Griffiths. Getty Images. 11:27 If Arsenal need another defender to step into the Monreal role of popping up with unlikely goals this season, Callum Chambers could be the one on the evidence of the latest Tur video. 10:44 According to Team Talk, Newcastle are ready to offer Danny Welbeck a fresh start with the England striker seemingly not part of Unai Emery's plans. Welbeck has also been linked with the move to Everton, but the report claims Arsenal would prefer to do business with Rafa Benitez's side, who they see as less of a threat in the race for a top 6 place. Newcastle reportedly want to take Welbeck on loan, but the Gunners would rather sell the 27-year-old to raise further funds. Image, Alex Morton, Getty Images. 22:41 The winger could be about to sign a contract to extend his stay at the Emirates until 2022, according to the Mirror. Despite having a divisive reputation among some supporters, fans are excited to see what he can do under Unai Emery. Read all about it here. Alex Iwobi. Image, Stuart McFarlane, Arsenal FC via Getty Images. 1914 In his third statement of the day, the playmaker has retired from the German national team. The day is slowing to an end now, but we have plenty to keep you occupied with over the course of the evening. Take a look. 17:27 Marco Fasone has been sacked by Milan in boardroom shakeup that is set to fuel talk of a move for Arsenal chief executive Ivan Gazidis. The Italian club will want to find a replacement quickly and the South African's name has been linked over the last week. The Arsenal chief has overseen a transformation behind the scenes at the Emirates, with the likes of Sven Mislintat joining from Borussia Dortmund. Arsenal CEO Ivan Gazidis in Unai Emery's debut press conference as Arsenal head coach. Image, David Price, Arsenal FC via Getty Images. 16:11 The Egyptian sounds fired up for the new season. 15:38 Despite signing Bernd Leno this summer and already having Petr Cech and David Ospina on their books, Arsenal have been reported to be in talks with goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Reports in Spain suggest the stopper is a target for Barcelona, but that a deal with Arsenal could be wrapped up imminently. The 29-year-old currently plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach in Germany. Jan Sommer looks on ahead of Switzerland's game against Costa Rica. Image, Maha Hadid. FIFA via Getty Images. 2014-15. It hasn't taken long for someone to mention Thierry Henry's name in line with a managerial post. The Frenchman recently stood down from his position with Sky Sports so he can dedicate more time to coaching after helping Roberto Martinez lead Belgium to third place in the World Cup. The Mirror believe Aston Villa could make the first move. Egyptian billionaire Nassef Sawiris bought a controlling stake in the troubled Championship club on Friday, to save them from administration. Sawiris, who has a net wealth of £5 billion, is now pondering a change in the Villa Park hot seat. Steve Bruce led the Villains to the playoff final last season, but it was not enough to stave off the Midlands club's financial issues. Vincent Kompany with Thierry Henry, photo by Buda Mendes, Getty Images, 1309. In case you missed it yesterday, Arsenal's Friends Forum would have released a statement regarding an ex-Arsenal player in Morgan Ferrier. A new agent seems to have ruffled some feathers, and it really is an eye-opening account.